Okay, so these are shoulder exercises for frozen shoulder. We want to make sure that we have a hand on a wall or a fist if you can't put the wrist through, or you can hold a door handle or something similar. And the hand that's affected is staying static while the opposite hand swings through, creating motion through the shoulder using the body rather than the shoulder itself. The same thing in rotation, so you can actually reach under the arm and then reach around the corner. Again, using your hips and pelvis to rotate, you can see that happening there, rather than forcing the shoulder. We then want to look at the upper spine, so it's quite important to get extension through the upper spine. You can do some nice deep breathing, and as you breathe in, you just extend up and then relax. And you can do this at different positions, so you can go top right corner and back down again, and then also top left corner and do exactly the same through there. You can repeat these obviously 5 times or 6 times. You want to make sure you're not leaning into your lower back there, but you're getting an upper back extension. So really opening up the chest. You can then come into this stance here. We're using the hips and pelvis through here. So we're leaning through the hips and we're getting pulled like a wire is pulling you from the front of the hip forwards towards the window, and then driving your hips forward as your arms come through. So rather than forcing the shoulders to get through the motion, they are just swinging. It's like you've got a dead arm and you're just swinging through the arms up to your threshold, and don't go beyond it because we want to make sure you stay within that threshold. We can then add some side-to-side motion, so we're looking at the hip being pulled towards the right-hand side in this case. So you're getting pulled through, and again, your arms is dead, but you're just swinging it through. And as it gets easier and easier, you start to get higher and higher with the shoulder as it reaches higher. And this is the momentum coming from the hip and pelvis. Of course, if you've got back pain through here, just gently with the hip and pelvis, but this can also help with the back pain because it improves some of the hip mobility through here as well. Lastly, the rotations. So the rotations are very important. We're going to get hip mobility through here. So just a nice step round the corner, but you're letting your shoulders rotate around the corner. You can see I'm just reaching around the corner and then coming forward. This is how we want to move eventually, getting the hands up above our head and doing it at shoulder height. But we can't do that until the shoulder feels a lot easier. So for now, it's just rotating through the hip and shoulders and right the way through the spine. And this gets us moving.